See, guys, holy crap. Airbnb is on an absolute tear today. They opened up on their IPO way above where they were expecting the shares to be. I think they were pricing the shares to start at $68 per share. And right now they're trading, I'm looking at the tick by tick chart here on my computer. They're trading at $148 per share. This is absolute mania. I can't believe how much demand there has been for this particular stock, and that places their valuation at over $100 billion. Let's take a look at this together. So if we actually jump in here, you can see the tick by tick, and this is here on the Webull platform. Make sure to get your free stocks with Webull if you're interested in this. It's a great platform, but I mean, just look at this. It's trading at $80 above where it opened up. Like I said, they were pricing them in for the IPO or whatever at $68. They'd originally started, I think, between $44 and $50 per share. Then they bumped that up, and then I think it was $56 to $60, and then they got up to $68 for the starting price probably after seeing what happened to DoorDash absolutely exploding. And now, I mean, when they opened up on the open market for trading at $149 a share roughly. So $81 over that starting price, up 120% from that starting price. So you can see that it's just going crazy right here. We've got the tick by tick symbol going on and just absolute mania. This now gives Airbnb a market cap of over $100 billion, which is absolutely crazy. When you look at how much other companies are valued at $100 billion, you know, it's actually crazy to see that this company is also doing this despite being in the middle of a pandemic. You know, it's a little bit crazy. You know, I said a little bit ago, you know, hey, if I can get these shares somewhere between like 40 and 50 bucks, I think I'm going to buy in. You know, if it jumps up higher than that, I don't know. I might be a little bit on the fence. If it jumps up even more, I'm out. So at this point, I'm way out. There is no way I'm touching this with a 10-foot pole. It's just way too rich of a valuation for me. It's not worth the play. I don't think that Airbnb is going to go from the $149 it's at right now to $200 or $300. You know, I think it's going to take years for that to happen. And for my particular investing strategy, I'm looking for something that's a little bit of a quicker play. You know, I like the plays like Square that have gone from $60 about 6 months ago all the way up to $200 plus right now. So I'm looking for those bigger gains, you know, more of the value, more of the growth within the stock market. So for something like this, sitting at $148 is just absolute crazy. I just can't touch that. I don't think it's going to run up anymore. And I think even if you're looking at other IPO companies, you know, there's a good chance this is actually going to pull back. If we look over at DoorDash, I mean, let's look at this. Let's go back to the 5-day chart here just so we can get yesterday in. And we're going to look at the ticks by the hour. Let's see if we can get this dialed in here. So, I mean, this is like the same story, right? If you come in here, you can see that they were trading at a high. So they started here at 182, had a little drop to 174, and then just shot up to 189. But even from their starting point here at 182, you know, they've come way down from that, hitting 174, up a little bit, down a little bit, and now trading at 181. So they're down from where they were yesterday, down $8 or roughly 4.25%. So a big difference there. And I think that Airbnb is probably going to see the same thing. I think that once the hype wears off of this stock, you know, I would not be surprised to see this share price come back down. It's good for Airbnb because they're able to raise a lot of money from this, and they're able to, you know, really get their name out there and get the exposure that they need. But for Airbnb, I would not be surprised if their share price does come down drastically. You know, right now, everybody's got to keep in mind, look, we're in the middle of a pandemic. COVID cases are surging right now. A lot of places are going back into lockdown. A lot of Europe's locked down. California's locked down. Like a lot of these different places are not allowing people to travel, or people don't want to travel or just can't. And so the world is really locked down. So I'm expecting that Q4 and Q1 revenue for Airbnb is actually going to be pretty low. You know, to be totally honest, I think it's going to be a lot lower than they saw in Q3 and Q2, when we were kind of expecting the market to kind of open back up. I say the market, I really mean the economy, you know, expecting the economy to kind of open back up and people to start traveling again. And people have done that, but now I think it's going to shut back down. And going through these winter months, I think it's going to be a little bit tough. You know, I think they said that Q4 is typically their lower revenue producing months anyway. So looking at this, I'm just like, man, I just don't know how you can even invest in this unless you're going to be holding it for the long term. I think if you're looking 2, 3, 4, 5 years out, yeah, there's a chance to make a profit. But when I look at it personally, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, look, I think there's better opportunity somewhere else. If I've got 10 grand or 5 grand or even $1,000 laying around, I think I'm better off putting that into another company that has a little bit more stability behind it. and is going to give me a better return in the long term, or at least in the short term as well too. Looking at this, I mean, I think that over the next 6 months, 12 months, or even 2 years, I think there's other plays out there that are going to be better than what you've got here with Airbnb. So we'll see where this comes. I don't know. I think if the stock, if the share price comes back down, I think if it comes down going into the end of the year or going into the early portion of next year, I think it could come down. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets down, maybe around 120, 110, $100. Anything under $100, I might reconsider. I might reconsider buying in because then it looks a lot more attractive. But for right now, this is just way too rich for me. This is way too rich for me. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Are you going to be investing in this company? Are you going to let it go? Are you day trading it? Are you doing options when they come out? I think the options are supposed to come out next week. I believe there's a 3-day waiting period before you can trade options. So I think that leaves us for those options to come out. I don't know how they count it, but it's either Monday or Tuesday before those options will come out. I don't know. I might play some options on this. Well, stay tuned if you want to see, some of the bets that I might put on this. But yeah, guys, this is absolutely crazy. I can't believe that it's seen this. So let's just touch on some other stocks real quick. QuantumScape is a company that I released a video about yesterday, and this is one that's really enticing to me. Share price mostly trading flat, not much activity today. It's up 2%, but not really as much of a change based on how volatile this company is going to be. With the share pricing, it's going to kind of waver up and down for at least the next little while. DoorDash, again, like we already talked about, it's down a little bit today, but a little bit expected. A lot of people bought in and are trying to, probably hopefully make some of their money back. So interesting stock price there. Let's quickly touch on the EV companies as well. Li Auto's up 1%, Nikola up 0.5%, Blink Charging up 6.5%. This one always continues to surprise me. Blink is doing very well, which is a little bit surprising to me. I think that SBE and ChargePoint have a way bigger share of the market, and so I'm surprised to see that Blink is doing so well for this. And Xpeng's up 0.5%, NIO's up 2.5%. I think NIO is going to be a big one. I'm going to have a new video coming out on that here shortly. Let's take a look at SBE. This is the thing that's a little surprising. So SBE did see a run up over the last couple of days, right? So looking at this, we had a new high of $43. So it's fine. We're going to see it come back down a little bit. It's down 2.5%. But the interesting thing is look at Blink. Blink also hit a high roughly that $30 mark, about $29. And they're testing that high again, at $29. So anyways, that kind of wraps up the video here, guys. I hope you appreciate the content that I put out. If you do, give me a thumbs up here on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I make videos about everything. I make videos about money, stocks, and real estate, just kind of talking sometimes, sharing my thoughts on a lot of these different subjects. I've been making a lot of videos on these different companies, going IPOs, these SPACs, EV companies right now. So if you'd love to follow me along on the journey, I'd love to have you. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that bell to get notified when I release these new videos. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one.